And at one moment, I looked at my roommate and she was fully into tears. At that time, I realized that there's some power in collective emotion and collective devotion. And the night was truly magical for us. Like we were jamming and dancing freely, and it was not religiously rigid, and we were able to express ourselves and be the way we are.
Hey, I'm Ikra, and this is What in the World from the BBC World Service. For this one, we're turning the party lights on because we're talking about a whole different trend hitting India. It's called Bhajan clubbing. So there have been a lot of different events popping up in different Indian cities. Think same club style energy, but this time it's devotional or spiritual songs playing through the speakers. That's what we're getting in today. We're going to find out all about it. We're finding out why more Gen Z are turning to Bhajan clubbing. So let's hear from two pals who went to the Bhajan clubbing event in Delhi. I'm joined by Pari and Muskin right now. Hey guys.
Hi, I'm Muskan.
And hi, I am Pari.
Okay, so before we get into it, I want you guys to tell me what Bhajan clubbing is. I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, but you've got to do it in 30 seconds or less. So Muskin, let's start with you.
So it's an event where all the people from different communities meet and dance and jam on devotional music. They pray to the Almighty all together. Some singers and some devotional bands come and they play music, and people are dancing and jamming in the crowd, just like a concert. And where like you go to a club or a concert, you dance on a rock band or some Bollywood music. But in bhajan clubbing, you dance on devotional music or you jam on devotional music. That's the concept of it.
So I would say that those people come together who wants internal happiness more than the materialistic happiness or the short term happiness. We go there, we feel our potential, we feel how grateful we are of why we're standing here, what all the Almighty, the God, the universe has given us. And it's not just about dancing on God's bhajans or something. It's about that one feeling which is everlasting. Even if I close my eyes now, I feel that feeling and I'm literally dancing in my room.
And you guys went to a Bhajan clubbing event in Delhi. I want to hear all about it. What was it like?
We were truly lost in devotional music and praying to Almighty. And at one moment, I looked at my roommate and she was fully into tears. At that time, I realized that there's some power in collective emotion and collective devotion. And the night was truly magical for us. Like we were jamming and dancing freely, and it was not religiously rigid, and we were able to express ourselves and be the way we are.
She's my roommate actually. So she was getting ready to go to this sort of place and sort of this event called Bhajan Clubbing. And I was so fascinated. And I felt like, what is this? I really need to try this out. This sounds crazy. Like legit. That was my first reaction when I heard from him. Heard that this is crazy. And I went not as a religious person or something that I wanted to be in with God or something. But I thought that I want to try this event out sometimes, like because I wanted to explore what this concept really is. So I went, and then I realized that it's not about being religious or being spiritual or anything at all. It's just about truly getting to know all those emotions. And it was a place where we felt all the emotions together, like not in an overwhelming way, but in an aligning way, where it was all calm, but the emotions were all together. So I would say that what once I felt like I just want to try out is something that I'm going to do like many a times, and I am just obsessed with this concept now.
Wow, you guys seem hooked. Tell me a little bit more about what it was like when you walked inside. What did you decide to wear?
So first we were thinking of wearing something traditional because obviously, like whenever we do puja or kirtan, we go to kirtans and all. Then we wear very traditional
Indo-Western
clothes,
yeah.
traditional kind of
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah.
But scrolling, like going through my cupboard, I just realized one thing: I have everything but traditional. So I thought, it's okay. This is something that I'm trying out new. Let's try out something new. So I would say that my dressing sense is more like into those formal type of like I have more formal dressing sense rather than informal. But that day I wore a bandhana, and with that I wore denim jeans. So that was something that I really tried out for the first time in my life. So I was feeling very like I was feeling a little conscious while I went there, but after going there, it was way better.
That all sounds amazing. I'm loving hearing about the outfits. But I guess the bigger point about it is there's a lot of Gen Z turning to this, Gen Z Indians who are interested in going to these events now, maybe more so than they would have in the past. Why do you think that is? Why are more young people turning to Bhajan clubbing?
Gen Zs are more inclined to experiencing novel experiences. Like they are trying to have experience new side quests. So people are like that. They want to meet new people, wanted to experience new cultures. So that's how people are more inclined to bhajan clubbing than the normal clubbing where people smoke or drink. They are like they want to feel the movement. They don't want to uh, go into escapism, which normal clubbings offers you, but they want to experience it and they want to live in the moment. That's why Gen Zs are more inclined towards these kind of events rather than doom scrolling at their rooms.
For me, Gen Zs are someone who crave for real connections and also the internal joy, not the materialistic joy. Like I know that there are many there like before us, even like like the millennials and all, they used to crave for materialistic joy, the small term happiness. But this is something that I felt from myself, not from like others, but from myself, that more than the materialistic joy, these inner peace matter to me, and more than these small term joy, long term happiness matters to me. And that is why, I think that why Gen Z's are more inclined towards bhajan clubbing sort of events, and we're trying it more.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a wellness thing as well. But obviously, bhajan is in the name, and bhajan means a devotional or spiritual song.
Yeah.
So those are the types of songs you guys would have been dancing to. How did that make you feel? Did it make you connect with maybe more of a spiritual side of yourself?
Connecting spiritually is very important because it shows you like it makes you explore a side of yourself that you don't know, a potential that that you can unlock. Going there, what I felt, because I told that I was not that religious or spiritual, but going there, what I realized that I was feeling different kind of emotions. I was feeling grateful while I was also feeling that I am the most powerful woman in the world. I can do anything, whatever I want. So maybe being spiritual does not just get you happiness and gratefulness. It also makes you unlock your potential, and it makes you realize who you are. And it tells you more about yourself than, some Insta post could.
And Muskin, what about you? Did it unlock more of a spiritual side of yourself going to bhajan clubbing?
Somewhere we are all bounded by filters on us. Like we don't know what we actually crave for. We don't know what our soul actually craves for. Because when we look into our childhood, we wanted to like live unrealistic careers, that we wanted to become archaeologists or dancers, artists. But as we grow older, more materialistic filters come into our lives and come into our minds. So we think that okay, no, this doesn't offers us like more money, so let's try something which is more acceptable by the society. So when you sign up for such experiences now, you get to know about yourself more, that okay, maybe my soul craves for something different.
Yeah.
Sounds beautiful. I'm sure you guys are getting your outfits ready for the next event already. Thank you so much for coming on.
It was a pleasure coming to this platform and sharing our experiences.
So let's find out a little bit more about bhajan clubbing, what it's all about. Aditi Sharma is a reporter. She's based in Delhi and she's on the line right now. Hey, Aditi.
Hello, hi, Ikra.
Give us an idea of how popular these events are. They've been popping up in a lot of Indian cities, right?
Actually, yes, they have been growing right now. I think they are in the budding stage, the initial stage. We have to wait to see the peak, and I think it will peak here. because they're promoted on social media, youngsters are like really inclined towards them. They are really liking it. They seem to be liking it. And now, in cities like Chennai, even Hyderabad, Kolkata, these events are happening now on weekends. Now we'll have to see about how it turns out in future. But it is certainly a new urban phenomena.
Yeah, and so what do you think is driving that peak, that interest, especially among Gen Z? Is this part of a trend of resurgence of spirituality, maybe?
You're right. You have absolutely put it right. Actually, it is the resurgence of spirituality, a renaissance sort of thing. There are many factors, but if we go politically, post 2014, already an inclination towards religion, or at least you can say cultural or religious identity, or reinforcement of that, it is prominently visible in India. And now it has many forms, but this is one of its kind because, people, uh, reasserting their identity or something like that. Even like if you see in travel or in tourism, they keep on like the tourism to holy cities like Varanasi or Mathura or stuffs like that. It has soared. The same thing is in events like these. Like people are inclined towards religion and spirituality, and the sense of identity has grown stronger. This is one of the factors. I met some youngsters there who were clear that, oh, because we are moving towards a cleaner or healthier lifestyle, because we want to move towards a cleaner or healthier lifestyle, we are thinking of alternative options of clubbing. So they say if we come to events like these or bhajan clubbing, we are here with friends, we are jamming, we are enjoying, and we are not intoxicated, like we are not taking alcohol or anything else here. And then we can go home by 10. So they are saying, oh, we want, we also want peace. We also want to be sober and have fun. So this is new, but yes, major factor should be the resurgence of spirituality.
Well, it's been so good to hear about Bhajan clubbing. Thank you so much for filling us in, Aditi.
Thank you.
Okay, and that's it for today. But let us know what you think about Bhajan clubbing, or is there a totally different thing in your part of the world that we should know about? Comment below, like and subscribe. Remember, you can DM us on Instagram too at BBC What's in the World. I'm Ikra. This is What in the World from the BBC World Service, and we'll see you next time. Bye.